This week I'm going to be telling you the story about the night I died at 17. And a quick disclosure, this video might be slightly graphic for some people. On New Year's Eve 2007, I ended up partying just a little bit too hard. I got kicked out of the local pub and ended up in my upstairs flat around the corner. And I was absolutely blind drunk at this point. So I walked out onto my balcony, climbed over the railings, walked along the roof, climbed onto the brick awning, and walking along the awning, I fell. I split the skin away from my skull. I split my skull in multiple places. I broke my neck, I damaged my spinal cord, I broke my back, and landing legs first, breaking both of my legs, and face down, breaking my sternum and my nose, as well as my wrist. The human body has about 6.5 litres of blood. Now, I lost about 80% of this, both internally and externally. At this point, I was losing blood, my heart had slowed down dramatically, and I stopped breathing, and my heart eventually stopped. Now, the brain can only go without oxygen for a certain amount of time before resulting in very, very, very bad things. After 1 minute, the brain starts to lose brain cells and survival is possible. After 3 minutes, usually will result in severe brain damage. After 10 minutes, many brain cells have died and survival rate is very, very low. And after about 15 minutes, survival rate is pretty much nil, slim to nil. And I was clinically dead for about 20 minutes, up to 30 minutes. My heart had stopped beating. My brain had basically shut down. I was basically dead, past the point of being able to come back to life. Now, the only reason I'm still alive today is that I had alcohol in my system. And what the alcohol did was calm my brain down and stop my body from going into shock. So I had severe damage to most of my body. And generally, if I did not have alcohol in my system, my body would have shut down. I would have gone into shock, my heart would have stopped beating, and all of my organs would have failed. So alcohol saved my life, but alcohol put me in a wheelchair. So bad idea getting drunk, especially at that age when I was so naive and so above it all and saying, oh, nothing bad will ever happen to me. But I was very, very, very wrong. Okay, now what happened when I died? Are you ready for this? Do you want to know what happens when you die? If you don't want to know, please don't continue to watch. Okay, when you die, nothing happens. I died past the point of being able to come back to life and nothing happened. I died on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. I died multiple times when I was in a coma. And as far as I know, from my memory of this, absolutely nothing happened. There was no light at the end of the tunnel. There was absolutely nothing that happened. So I'm sorry to anybody who has high hopes that something is going to happen when you die. And I might be horribly wrong, so just excuse me if I am, but from my experience, nothing happened when I died. My brain injury to this day still haunts me, as well as the spinal cord injury, because I can't walk. Now, the brain injury, I have so many things that just messes with my memory, my reading, my thought process, general day-to-day talking conversations. Doing this, these videos take a crap load of editing because I always mess up, I always forget what I'm saying, or I'll get halfway through a sentence or what I'm saying and I will forget what I was saying, or sort of lose concentration, and concentration is a big, big problem that I have. It took me about, I think, 6 years until I could really start to hold a conversation and generally focus on what I'm doing. Now, doing YouTube, this has helped so much both in my general attitude. I'm a lot more confident, I'm a lot more loud, and it has taught me to concentrate on something. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next week.